But the reality is, when sisters are comfortable in a relationship, let's park marriage for a second. When sisters are comfortable in a relationship, it's almost like they start letting themselves go. Guys who are dating these women, when they're at home, essentially, at home, she's just doing bare minimum for her appearance.
Hi guys, I hope you're good. When it comes to the topic of why women relax when they're in relationships, it's simple. Life is not a movie. Life is constant, life is moving, and all of us are always seeking for a place where we can be comfortable, we can be at peace, and we can rest. Let me tell you, if you want the benefit of a woman who goes to the gym, looks after the household, looks after the kids, looks after you, looks after the general upkeep of your family, get that woman a helper and make her a housewife with a fully paid allowance in her bank account. You will see a woman who is thriving, who is happy, who goes to the gym, who looks after you, who looks after herself, who looks after her appearance, because her energy reserves are not depleted. Because a woman in her natural element will want to look after that man and the kids, because she is a natural born nurturer. So she will prioritize her family. She will prioritize, the duties and chores that she has to do within that household, because she's a natural born nurturer. That's how she was created, in the image that God created her. So a lot of women tend to relax when they get comfortable in relationships, because that is a place of rest and comfort for them. And sometimes women are not able to go to the gym. They're not able to look after themselves as they did when they were single, because their time has to be split between themselves and the amount of duties they have in that particular household. So it's not easy for a woman to then, cook, clean, look after the kids, look after the husband, look after herself, make sure that, the general upkeep of the house is done, and still find time for the gym, still find time to work on her personal goals, her dreams, her vision, and still be able to thrive in all of that without support. So if you don't give your woman support, if you don't find help for her, if you don't make time to actually encourage her to go to the gym or assist in some of those duties, you are not going to get any woman rushing to the gym over resting, because after all of that, her energy reserves are depleted. And you can never at any point compare a woman who's living with you 24/7 to a slave queen that you see once a month, because in all honesty, those are two different scenarios. If you are talking about a slave queen or a woman who has time on her hands, these two are incomparable, because this slave queen that you are speaking about, who has time for the gym, has time for friends, has time to do solo trips, or has time for herself, is not looking after you. She's not cooking for you. She's not cleaning for you. She is not looking after kids. She has herself and herself to look after. So if you are living by yourself, you'll definitely have time for the gym. If you are not staying with your children, you will have time for yourself. You will have time to prioritize self-care, because there aren't additional people in your household who are depleting your energy or using your energy reserves, because you always have to give, you have to advise, you have to assist. When it comes to kids, you have to do homework, wash their clothes, make sure they are, bathed, cleaned, ready for bedtime, read them a story in the morning. That pattern continues. And over and above that, you still have to do the same. For your husband, you have to cook, make sure that he's well fed, his clothes are clean, his clothes are ironed, his lunchbox is ready for the next day. So there are so many elements that goes into looking after a man on a permanent basis. So you can't be so hard on women when you haven't taken the time to understand the amount of work that goes into looking after you. And most men speak like this because they don't live with their children. They are not even married. So they don't understand the amount of time it takes for a woman to sit and look after them. All they do is they receive and they go on about their day, and they complain like this because they haven't taken the time to appreciate the amount of work it takes to look after them. Right? So a lot of people also don't understand that when you have children, you need a community of people that will help you in raising those children. A community of people that will help you look after these kids, that will relieve you from time to time so you can also go and recharge your energies. So without people understanding the dynamics of what it takes to truly be committed to making sure a family structure works, we are going to be having conversations like these where women are being told how they relax in relationships and they are not doing what they used to do before they got into relationships because they are comfortable in relationships. At some point, all of us want to reach a place where we are comfortable because we want a place of belonging and we want a place where we can feel that this is our place of rest. But when we put so much emphasis in working out, making sure you always look good for your man, making sure, we then create an impression that women have to become super women, which is highly impossible. It's highly impossible to become a superwoman. A woman can only thrive and be the best version of themselves if they have a man who is supportive, if they have a man who is looking after them, if they have a man who is solely interested in their well-being as human beings. If you are dealing with a man who loves for you to look good, who loves for you to be healthy in your mind, in your soul, in your spirit, that man will support you and will encourage you to go to the gym, to look after yourself, to eat healthily, and all of those things, because they are concerned with our well-being. And on top of that, they will also play a role in looking after the kids, looking after the household, because that man then understands that it's not the sole responsibility of one person to look after the whole entire family structure. So yes, we do get comfortable because we are nurturers, because there's actually no need to feel pressure even in a place where you are supposed to feel at home, you are supposed to feel loved, you are supposed to feel wanted and appreciated for your efforts. So before you complain about how we relax in relationships, also take time to study the dynamics of your relationship. What is this woman doing for you in that relationship that is causing her energy reserves to be depleted, or that is causing her to not even have an interest in exercising? It means taking care of you is depleting her energy on a serious note. But the minute the relationship ends, watch how quickly that woman is going to glow up, and watch how quickly that woman will be going to the gym, because you, the person who is taking her energy, is gone. If you want a woman to change her mind and her life around how she looks after herself, take care of her and stop complaining. Stop complaining. Otherwise, be kind to each other. Glad I love.